Hi, natural hair care ladies. Welcome to my channel, Watch Angel TV, and I wanted to discuss a topic on natural hair and the reason why I went natural. There was three reasons. One of the reasons had to do with my little girl, and I'll probably talk about that later. But with my little girl, I wanted to be a positive role model and influence on her, and then some other things too. The second reason was, I really started looking into chemicals. I knew that the relaxers were harmful, but when I really found out exactly how harmful they were, then I did not feel comfortable putting it on my hair anymore. Now, I've been natural for a very long time, but I have been almost natural. And the reason why I say that is because I didn't relax my entire head, but I would relax my bangs. I would relax just like a little bit of my bangs, and I would relax the edges of my hair. And the reason why I did that is because I could never wear my bangs out. It was just like, I like to have bangs out, and it would just poof up, and when I tried to curl it or press it or whatever, I used to press my hair sometimes. So that's why I did that, but I don't do that any longer. And also, I like to wear my hair down, like out. And I used to always take my hair and put it up, twist it up in these buns all the time, and I just really didn't feel feminine. I just, had this really strict sort of, you know, look, executive look where you just pull your hair back real tight and pin it up, and that was it every day. So I learned a lot about how to do the two-strand twist and leave my hair out free so that I can wear it out and down. So that was good. And the third reason that I went natural is probably one of the most important reasons of all. And this reason has to do with the black hair care industry. And that's what I'm discussing today. The black hair care industry. That's all. Being that I'm black and I have, what they call black textured or hair that a lot of black or African Americans have, but some other minorities do too, have the kinky or curly hair. But anyways, a lot of you guys know about the business tactics that are practiced with the top manufacturers here. And one of the business practices that is practiced like a lot is to deny the same services and access to companies to manufacture or distribute their products. That's one of the things, the tactics they say are used. And also to, if you own a beauty supply store and you want to purchase things wholesale, that you're discouraged from doing that by being treated rudely, given different prices than someone else, like you have to pay more than someone else would have to pay, and just a lot of stuff that I personally do not find acceptable. Um, so the first thing I want to talk about is tactics. I had a conversation with someone I had lunch with, a very nice guy. We, as friends, we went out and had lunch, and he's a Korean guy. He owns, his parents own a salon, a beauty supply, and we were talking about, how um, the black hair care business is. And one of the things I found out really interesting is that, his parents own the store, and he said that his mother had mentioned to him more than once that she wished it was how it was when she was younger in the business. And when, he asked, what did that mean? And he was like, well, back in the 70s, she's been in there for quite some time in the business. It was like everybody just got along, and it was just like, she said it was just better because everyone got along, and she didn't like how things had turned out the way the business was being run. The businesses and the manufacturers and distributors, which means that, I guess her being around so long, she's has, more friends, or influenced by a lot of more different ethnicities and groups and people of color and stuff. And so, it's hard for her to stomach some of the things that are getting done, the discrimination and all this. Well, uh, I've been told this. As a matter of fact, he mentioned it several times while we were having lunch, that it is nothing personal that they do. It has nothing personal to do with me or anybody else who looks like me, okay? He says it's nothing personal. It's just to ensure the domination of the black hair care industry. He said that several times, like so many times, and I felt like I was having deja vu. One of the reasons why I was having deja vu, because I've heard this. I heard it before. I heard it on a documentary. I heard it when this professor at, I don't want to say who was at UCLA. He was a professor at some school, and they interviewed him, and he was saying that it was nothing personal against, black people or people of African descent or other people, other races. It was nothing personal. It was just their tactics that they used were only to ensure the total domination of the black hair care industry. So it had nothing to do with discrimination. So what I did was that I looked up the words tactic, because they said it was a tactic they use. Tactic is a skillful or maneuvering to achieve a goal. Okay, so skillful maneuvering, I can get that. That's a tactic. I mean, some people use tactics like that, or it's a bad tactic. Now, when you have a bad tactic, that has to do with your morals, what you think as a person. Different people have different morals, so it's okay, I can understand that. So when they said personal, it's nothing to do with being personal. A person, I looked at personal, that means of or pertaining to a particular person. Okay? So if it's nothing personal, then it would not be pertaining to a particular set or group of people. From what I've seen, and we all know, this is not anywhere close to what the truth is, because you're targeting only a certain people, certain ethnicity or certain color of people. Discrimination is a displaying or marked prejudice or bias against a particular person or institute. So it's basically saying the same thing. So I'm really confused on this now, because I understand that they say they want to dominate the black hair care industry. Domination is, one, to influence, control, or rule by superior power or authority, or to occupy the most prominent position in or over something. Well, I don't like the business tactics or antics of these companies. When someone comes in, you give them a different price. I asked my friend, whom I was having lunch with, if we went into a restaurant and we both ordered steak, and I got my bill. We ordered the exact same thing, and my bill was $10.50. And you got your bill, and it was $17.75. He started laughing. I said, no, seriously, what would you do? And he says, and we have the exact same thing. I said, yeah, the exact same thing. He goes, well, I would give the business the benefit of the doubt that maybe they made a mistake, or, and, if I found this out. And I said, well, would you go back? He said, yeah, I would go back. I said, oh, really? He says, yeah. He said, and this is what he said. He said, I would go back, and if it was a really good restaurant, and I would try it again. And if the same thing happened, he said, I would no longer support or patronize that business. I would no longer support that business. Isn't that a concept? So that is one of the reasons why, one of the main reasons I went natural, and I just don't use a lot of the stuff that I used to use. Like I use olive oil. I'll just buy the olive oil from the market, but I don't make a lot of purchases like I used to with all the infusiums and that's natural, but just so far as purchasing products, I used to do a lot of the shampoos and everything, and And now I buy more shampoos that have more natural ingredients and stuff. I mean, but so that kind of pushed me that way. But I specifically look for businesses that I know who are not given the same treatment and don't have the same uh, benefits, equal benefits as some other struggling families that own their own business, mom and pop stores that are struggling to put their kids through college or do whatever. They don't have that same opportunity. So it doesn't matter where you come from, if you come from Europe or China or Asia or Africa. Um, what is most important to me is the integrity of a person, the the honesty of a business, and the way that they treat the community. So if I'm not happy with those things, then common sense would tell me that I'm not going to, you know, spend my money there. Um, if I did have some place I went to and I found out that when I went in, they gave me a cheaper price, or they said, I want filet mignon, and they served it to me, but when you came in, or someone else came in, they said, well, we don't have any filet mignon. You're gonna have to eat chopped liver, and not only that, we're gonna charge you more. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go. If I found that out, I would definitely not go, because it's insulting to me. I wouldn't go into a place where someone else, even if I was getting treated really, really well, I wouldn't want to accept that from that establishment, and I would no longer go there. And so, anyways, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Peace, love, and prosperity to all my brothers and sisters, whether you're from Africa, China, Europe, Asia, wherever you are on the planet. God bless you. Bye. Okay, so now how do you turn this thing off?